Hello, it's Mindy from My Creative Scoop, and I'm back with another Copic tutorial for Neat and Tangled. This month we're going to be using the stamp set called Little Monster, and I have a couple of ATC cards here that I've done that I do for a swap for a group that I'm in, and I'm going to be showing you how to color both of these images. I'm using the exact same color combination for both, but with this one we're coloring it with a smooth gradient, and with this one over here we're adding some texture. So you're going to be using the BG72, BG11, and BG10, and then we're going to be using Y28, Y26, and Y21. And for his cheeks we're going to be using the R32 and R30. If you don't have those colors, also another alternative would be the R20 and R22. And we're also going to be using R35 and R39 for his tongue, and we're also going to be using N5. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to start with the BG72, and we're going to focus on those shadowed areas. So just come along each side of the face and add a little bit of shadow, and on the sides of his mouth and on the inner parts of his arm, and then underneath this one over here, and a little bit on the insides of his legs. Then we're going to take the BG11 and we're going to work this color out. This color is going to be a little bit difficult at first to blend because the two colors are very different from the shades. So just kind of blend it by going over it a couple of times, and then once you get that nice and blended out, then do that heavy flick going in towards the center of the face. And we're going to do the same thing down here on the arm and coming around, still leaving that white space, just working that color, pushing it pushing the BG72 out with the BG11. Then we're going to go ahead and take our BG10 and do the same thing, but this time we're going to be filling in the entire face. So just flick from the BG11 into the white. That way it's completely filled in. And since we've kind of gone over with the lighter colors, we're going to go back and add some of those shadows. So just take your BG72 again and just deepen those areas where we first laid down the BG72 before. So now we're just going to blend it out a little bit with the BG11. And then we're going to go ahead and take the Y28, and we're just going to go along the sides here of the little horns and fill in the nose, and then shadow directly underneath his face and coming along the side by his arm and his little toes and the little circles. And we're going to blend it out with the Y26, still leaving that little bit of a white gap on those horns. And then we'll go ahead and fill it in completely with the Y21. So finish filling in that tummy and the rest of his ears. And then we're going to take the N5, fill in the mouth completely. And we're going to color his tongue. So with R35, we're just going to fill in his tongue all the way. And we're going to take the R39, and we're just going to color the back part of his tongue. And then we're going to take the R35 again and just fill it in just to blend it out a little bit. And then for the rest of his ears, we're just going to go on the sides with the BG72, and then fill in a little bit more with the BG11, still leaving that little bit of a white gap. And fill it in with the BG10. Now we're going to give him some rosy cheeks, so just a little spot there with the R32 and blend it out with the R30. And then we're going to take the BG10 and just go directly over it to really blend into the skin. Okay, so we're going to take our BG72, and now we're going to add some texture to this little guy. We're going to go right around the shadowed areas again, so by the mouth and on the sides of the face. And then you're going to pull up the flicking going all the way through the entire face. Really concentrate on those shadowed areas. Then we're going to take the BG11 and we're going to go over all those little flick marks and adding some more, and we're going to concentrate on those shadowed areas again just to blend it out a little bit. And then we're going to take the BG10 and we're going to do the same thing, just fill in the face a little bit more. Still doing that flicking motion. And then I'm going to go back and re-add those shadows with the BG72. And then I'm going to flick going in towards the center of the face just to define it a little bit more. Give it a little more texture. And then I'm going to blend it out a little bit with the BG11 just to soften it up a bit. And then we're going to repeat the same process going along the rest of the body. So on the inside parts of the arms and then underneath that one arm and then in between the legs. So those are going to be your shadowed points, and then you're going to go and flick throughout the rest of the body. And then we're going to start pulling out that color with the BG11. Still doing that flicking motion so you have that nice texture fur. Still focusing on those shadowed areas. And then we're going to repeat with the BG10, so just filling in those white areas, giving it that texture. And then we're going to repeat to deepen some of those shadows. So we're going to go back with the BG72 in those shadowed areas. Then we're going to add some rosy cheeks with R32 and blend it out with the R30. Then we're going to go over it with the BG10 just to soften it up a little bit. Then we're going to take the N5 and completely fill in the back part of the mouth. And then you're going to take your R39 and just make a line going on the back part of the tongue. Then we're going to fill it in with the R35. Now I'm going to take the Y28 and just go along the sides of the horns and fill in the nose, and we're going to shadow right underneath the face and on the inside part of the arm, the little spots and his little toes. Then blend it out with the Y26, just come out a little bit more, still leaving that white area in the tummy and in the horns. Then we're going to blend that out with the Y21, filling in the rest of the white areas. Then we're going to take the BG10, I'm just going back over and touching up some of those white spaces. Okay, and we're just about done. I'm going to just put these side by side so you can see the difference between the smooth and the textured look. We're just going to finish up the horns here. So I'm just going to take the BG72 and go along the sides of the horns, and then I'm going to fill it in with the BG11. Okay, so that's it for this month's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, and I will see you next month.